man with me here now, and his name is Tommy Vaughan, is that right?
Yeah.
Tommy Vaughan. Tommy Vaughan, what do you think of the Kilmore people so far?
Alright.
They're all right, are they? Tommy, where are you going to school? Ballad. And how are they treating you in class years ago? All right, not too bad. Tommy, what are you going to sing for us tonight?
The Town I Love So Well.
The Town I Love So Well.
In my memory, I will always see the town that I love so well, where our school played ball 'neath the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell, going home in the rain, running up the park lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many ways, in the town that I loved so well. In the early morn, the short factory horn called women from the Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining, for deep inside was a burning pride in the town that I love so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me, for I'd learned about life, and I'd found myself a wife in the town that I loved so well. But when I return, how my eyes have they burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees, with the armoured cars and the bombed out bars, and the gas that hangs over every tree. Now the army's installed by the old gas yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher, with their tanks and their guns. Oh my God, what have they done to the town that I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but we still carry on, for our spirit's been bruised, never broken. We will not forget, but our hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is in the town that I loved so well.
We'd like to welcome to Kilmore now two musicians, two O'Connells. They're not brothers. This is Andrew on the fiddle and this is Pat on the tin whistle. And they will play a selection of reels for us. Thank you very much, Andrew and Pat O'Connell, for some very tasty music there. And now we get back to the floor with a group of people from Clahina. We have Anne McCarthy, Mary McCarthy, Ned McCarthy, and we have Teresa McSweeney. Right, away live. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Anne McCarthy, Mary McCarthy, Ned McCarthy, and Teresa McSweeney from Clahaina. Thank you very much. Bullabus Mordoy. It was exhausting even to watch them. And now we have two talented and experienced whistlers here. We have Carm Lernahan on my right and Mary Lernahan on my left. And tonight they're going to play a slow air for us, a very famous and popular slow air. It's On Róisín Dubh. Thank you very much, Mary Lernahan and Carmel Lernahan, for that beautifully rendered slow air, Róisín Dubh. And now I have a man from Ballineen with me by the name of Edward Barrett. Now, Edward, how are you enjoying proceedings tonight?
Very well indeed. It was very enjoyable.
And there's young and old, a blend of young and old. It's very nice.
Very nice, yes.
Indeed.
Very good.
What are you going to sing for us tonight, Edward?
I'm going to sing Three Leaf Shamrock, I Adore Thee.
Three Leaf.
And The Northern Lights of Old Aberdeen.
Very nice. Bullabus Mordoch.
In the dock a ship lay anchored on a bright St. Patrick's Day. In the quay a lass was sighing for her lover going away. In her hand she held an emblem, and its parting leaves were three, and her parting words were, darling, look at these and think of me. Three-leaf shamrock, I adore thee. Your 3 leaves I long to free. When there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. Just before the ship had started, as she held her hand in mine, just before we had parted, she looked at me with eyes so kind, and to my coat she pinned an emblem, and its parting leaves were 3, and her parting words words were darling. Look at these and think of me. Three-leaf shamrock, I adore thee. Your 3 leaves I long to free. When there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. For tonight I am in exile, far from home and far from thee. Close to my heart I'll wear your token, no matter where that I might be. And although the waves divide us, and your face I might never see, when there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. When there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. When I was a lad, a tiny wee lad, my mother said to me, come see the northern lights, my boy, they're bright as they can be. She called them the heavenly dancers, merry dancers in the skies. I'll never forget that wonderful sight. They made the heavens bright. The northern lights of old Aberdeen mean home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are all I long to see. I've been a wanderer all my life, and many the sight I have seen. Godspeed the day when I'm on my way to my home in Aberdeen. I've wandered in many the far-off land, and travelled many the mile. I miss the folks I've treasured most, the joy of a friendly smile. It warms up the heart of the wanderer, the clasp of a welcoming hand, to greet me when I return home to my native land. The northern lights of old Aberdeen mean home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are all I long to see. I've been a wanderer all my life, and many the sight I have seen. Godspeed the day when I'm on my way to my home in Aberdeen.
O'Sullivan. And on the accordion we have our little sister Denise, who has the flute tonight, but who's very good to play for us. Now, Kate, where are you from? What part of Kilmore? Dromreig. Now you're going to play a selection of music for us tonight. You're going to play what? A jig and a hornpipe. Now what's the name of the jig? Biddy's favourite. And the hornpipe is? The stack of wheat. Right. Bullabus Mordoiv. Now we have a prize-winning dancer from Mara in Iskeen, and her name is?
Eileen Kelly.
Right, Helen Kelly. And tonight you're going to dance? A hornpipe for us. Right, good morning. Thank you very much, Helen Kelly from Mara. And now we have another solo performer, and she is Teresa McSweeney from Clahaina. And she's going to sing a song for us called A Noble Man's Wedding.
I once was invited to a noble man's wedding, and that of a fair one who once proved unkind. But now they are married, and perhaps are both happy. But the thought of my first love is still in my mind. When supper was over, and all things were tidied, each man requested to sing his own song. And the first man that sang was the bride's own first lover, and the song that he sung were the days that are gone. How could she eat at another man's table? How could she drink out another man's wine? And how could she sleep in another man's bosom, when long, long ago sure she said she'd be mine? The bride, she sat down at the end of the table. Hearing those false words, she remarked them quite plain. Hearing those false words, she no longer could stand them, and down at the foot of her true love she fell. Oh, take back those gold rings you gave me. Take them all back, dear, and make them your own. You gave them to me as a true lover's token. So take them all back, dear, and make them your own. Sobbing and sighing, she arose from the table. Sobbing and sighing, she went into bed. Early next morning he arose from a slumber. He went to embrace her, but found she was dead. Oh, Annie, dear Annie, I know you don't love me, for my love and your love would never agree. 'Twas I came between you, the oak and the willow. 'Twas 'cause I came between you, the bark and the tree. There's a tree in the garden that blooms a green blossom, a tree that's in bloom every month of the year, where young lads and lassies spend many an hour in kissing and courting, and in days that are gone.
Very good. Oh, Jesus, never again. And if I might just come over here, what's your name?
Yvonne Murphy.
What is it?
Yvonne Murphy.
Yvonne Murphy. And where are you from, Yvonne?
Clahina.
Clahina again, a big contingent from Clahina tonight. And who's this man you have here?
Donald Cronin.
Donald Cronin. Was your sister dancing tonight earlier?
Yeah.
She was. Very good. Now, and your name is?
Governor Buckley.
Governor. And you sang beautifully a while ago. Absolutely beautifully. Right?
Christopher Hyde.
Christopher Hyde. And where are you from, Christopher? Where's that?
Garton Eden.
Garton Eden. Beautiful name. Right, if I can come over here now between you. What's your name?
Ashling Hyde.
Ashling Hyde. From?
Garton Eden.
Right, who's this man you have here?
Hello, Connell.
Cahill O'Connell. Right, was that your sister over there tonight?
Yeah.
Playing the?
Fiddle.
And can you play a musical instrument?
I can, yeah.
What can you play?
I can play the whistle.
Are you as good as her?
No.
You're not as good as her yet?
No.
Very good. And Ciara, isn't it? Ciara Cronin. Right, and who's this man?
Adrian Kelleher.
Adrian Kelleher. And where are you from, Adrian?
Toomsbridge.
Toomsbridge. And the person that's always forgotten is the musician. And what's your name?
Donald Lynchie.
Donald Lynchie was playing earlier tonight. And where are you from, Donald?
Cooley.
Cooley. Right, away you live. There we had some very lively dancing from the Kilmore set. It's wonderful to see the set back, especially among the young people. Now we have a group of musicians from Kilmore, and these aren't just an ordinary quartet. We have Stephen Galvin, Billy Hallisey, Donal O'Brien and Myra Hallisey. What's so special about this quartet, Donal?
We won in the county.
You won the county, the Kilmore, very
in
good.
Crookston.
And you went to the Munster.
Yeah.
Right, what are you going to play for us?
McGar's Reed.
McGar's Reed. Right. Will about more Doyle?
Hang on.
There to the quartet from Kilmore that won the county Kyonan Geary final this year. And now I have Cathal O'Connell beside me, and Cathal is a very talented man. We saw him a while ago dancing, and he tells me that he can play as well, and now he's going to sing for us. Cathal, what are you going to sing?
The banks of the Moy.
The Banks of the Moy. Away, lad.
One day as I went on my rambles from Swinfar to sweet Ballylee, I met a fair maid on my rambles, and her name it was Mary McGee. Well, she sighed for the love of her country, Michael Davitt, our true Irish boy, who is now in a prison of Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. He quickly approached this fair maiden, asked her what was the cause of her woe, and what was the cause of her misery that had forced her to leave her own home. She said, for the rights of my country, Michael Davitt, my true Irish boy, who is now in a prison of Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. Don't talk of that sweet 67. We had brave men and true men, you know. There was young Peter Carney, God bless him, who died in Killarney also. He was drilled by my darling Mick Davitt in the valleys and plains of Fermoy. That is why he's a prisoner in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. So now to conclude and to finish, I hope that the day will soon come when those cruel landlords and bailiffs from the Isle of St. Patrick must run. We will unfurl our green and gold banner, and we'll wave it for Ireland on high. And we'll toast to that brave Michael Davitt from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy.
Thank you very much, Cathal O'Connell, for that beautiful traditional rendering of the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. And now we have a special treat. We have three beautiful young ladies here, and they're going to do a little step dancing for us. What's your name?
Bernadette Murray.
Bernadette Murray. And Bernadette, where do you come from?
Kilmore.
Kilmore. What part of Kilmore?
Clonmacow.
Clonmacow. Now, who's this person next to you?
Marie Murphy.
Marie Murphy. Where do you come from, Marie?
Bainablaw.
Bainablaw. Right. Who are you?
Colette Murray.
Colette Murray. You look very like her over there. Are you related to her?
Yeah.
Is she your sister?
Yeah.
Are you twins by any chance?
Yes.
Yes. Now, what are you going to do for us?
A tree and drill.
A three-hand reel. Yeah. Very good altogether. And who's going to play for you?
Nora.
Nora? Nora what?
Nora O'Brien.
No, it's Nora Deneen. All right, so away you go. Anava. We have a man that is keeping very quiet here in the corner, Donnacha O'Connell from Lisbui, and Donnacha is going to sing for us. Right, Donnacha.
I've got a home down in Texas, oh, down where the Rio Grande flows. I've got the kindest old mother, how happy were we just we two. until one day the angels they called her. It's a debt that we'll all have to pay. She called me up close to her dying bed, and these were the words she did say. Son, don't start gambling or drinking. Please go straight if you can. Many years have gone by since that parting, but my promise I broke, I must say. For I started gambling for pastime, and soon I was just like them all. I bet all my money on gambling, never thinking that I'd ever fall. Until one night I bet all my money, and nothing was left to be seen, and all that I needed to beat them was one card, and that was the Queen. Now the cards they were dealt round the table, each man took his card in a draw. I drew my card that would beat them. I turned it, and here's what I saw. I saw there my dear mother's picture. Her eyes, they shone like the stars, saying, son, you have broken your promise, never thinking that you'd ever fall. My winnings I gave to the newsboy, for I knew I was wrong from the start. Your mother is the queen of the angels. Your mother is the queen of your heart.
Now we have some step dancers from Kilmore. Your name is?
Sarah Dabloff.
Sarah Darbloff. Well, that's a very unusual name, Sarah. Where did you come from?
Dunmanway.
Dunmanway. Darbloff from Dunmanway. Right. And your name is?
Helen Kelly.
Helen Kelly. We had Helen before. Right. And your sister?
Mary.
To dance with Mary?
A three-hand reel.
A three-hand reel. Right. Off you go. Marion Kelleher, who's going to dance the reel, and she's going to be accompanied by her brother Adrian Kelleher. this good night's entertainment here in Kilmore National School. We have the senior set from Kilmartra. Now, your name is?
Cornelia Murphy.
Cornelia Murphy. And your name is?
Donald Connell.
Donald Connell. You are?
Michael Deneen.
Michael Deneen.
Nate Janine.
And Nate Janine. Brother and sister? Right.
Adrian Kelleher.
Adrian.
Eileen Sullivan.
Eileen Sullivan. You are?
Deneen.
Who?
Eddie Deneen.
Eddie Deneen and?
Mary Hallisey.
Mary Hallisey. Right. And your musician again is Donald O'Lynchig. Right. Buchalin Bule Galon, Ekaturish Gnahartit Baronet, Imoina Inum Paric Muhasigol, Imesa Trehas de Mehar.